Morning, guys. So believe it or not, I've already brushed my hair twice, and this is how it still looks. So it's a fucked up morning. As you guys know, we have still been ignored. So when you think about your life and you think about the value that you not only bring to yourself but others, and the jobs that you've had and the roles that you've filled, the people that you've loved and taken care of, and all of your contributions to the world, and then you think about how you're currently being treated, I commonly think of karma, right? So I've been going back, this is for 4 years and counting, till the day I can very first remember having a memory, trying to come up with what reason on earth, hell or heaven there could be that I would be treated this way. When we think about the United States from a perspective of law enforcement and the criminal justice system, if someone murders someone, takes another human life, what happens to them? What happens to them, Xavier? You want to say hi? They go to jail, right? And in jail, do they sleep outside in 30-degree weather?
No, they're inside.
They're inside, right. And do they have clean clothing and dry blankets?
I guess. I wouldn't know anything about it.
Are they fed 3 meals a day, or at least 2?
I think.
Do they have access to phone calls and family members and loved ones? So when we think about life, right? And I know for a fact I'm not a murderer. I know for a fact. And when we think about these things, and then we think about the quality of life that we provide to these people, I've been a tax-paying citizen since I was 14 years old. I don't know what's going on with my hair, you guys. It's terrible. I've been a tax-paying citizen since I was 14 years old. 14, 1-4. That's so young that you need a work permit to get a job. 14 years old. I remember going to the dean's office at York High School and telling them I had a job at Roberto's Pizzeria and that I needed a work permit so I could start working. 14 years old. And I pretty much consistently continued in that direction my entire life until I learned how to go into business for myself, and I began selling products, time, consultation services, website production, ad copy, etc., and so forth. I've paid more taxes than most people. I've used more public aid than my family, but not than most people. Than most people, not even close. You know, there are people who have homes paid for by Section 8 and multiple children, and their only income is food stamps. And they live comfortably indoors without being rained on. The government subsidizes their electricity and gas. But I'm standing here today this many weeks pregnant. 29. This is not a belly pad. This is my real pregnant belly. And I have filed numerous reports with law enforcement, as well as with 311, as well as with every healthcare provider I can find, as well as with the Civil Rights and Justice Department, as well as with the FBI local field offices, as well as with the DOJ, as well as with the DA. Should I go on? What are they trying to tell me? That the only option for me, that my career as modeling, that my career as in modeling and healthcare administration and all of these other things.
Is it on? Can I do it? Raise over a little bit?
I don't really think it's appropriate to play inside a Starbucks.
I just brought it in.
If it wasn't raining, then maybe outside, but inside of the Starbucks, I don't think they'll like it, and we don't want to piss them off because we're homeless, so we're trying to hang out here for a while. You know what I mean?
Just a little bit.
turn it off, please. Okay.
Not inside.
Sincerity is. I need to do this.
But we don't want you to do it inside.
It's a long time.
We don't want to get in trouble because then listen, are you listening? We're going to have to go outside in the rain if they kick us out. So we don't want to turn that on. If you start playing and they get mad, then we might have to go outside, and we can't go outside right now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Thank you. So my question to you guys is, if they're housing murderers and killers and robbers, and they're giving them more access to resources than us, what has become of the world? What resolutions can you offer? What advice could you give? Let me know in the comments below if you have any productive conversation to engage in. He's not crazy. He's wearing a very expensive backpack. He's wearing a very expensive coat. His entire outfit is clean and expensive. Pay attention.
Put it up.
Thank you. So, at the end of the day, I'm curious to understand how I'm not in receipt There's a guy that just walked into Starbucks with no shoes on. I have 2 people here who are homeless who need shoes. Someone come to Starbucks on North and Wells and drop off. What size shoes do you use? 2 size pairs of 13 shoes, please. It's 39 degrees in Chicago. There is a man walking around with no shoes. He'll probably go back outside. He probably just needed to go potty. He has no shoes or socks. It's freezing cold outside, in case you people haven't been outside today. And then I have another person here who's wearing chanclas with soaking wet socks, and I don't even have any extra socks to give these people because someone stole all of my socks out of my sleeping bag while I was asleep. Let's get back to the point here. While all hell has broken loose here on North Avenue in Wells, I am in desperate need of not only our apartment, which Xavier's father has promised to us a number of times and not delivered on, but also an explanation combined with a police report for how, for 4 years, this situation has been permitted to perpetuate, to continue without any intervention or assistance from law enforcement or any sort of systemic intervention for that matter. And I'll be here at Starbucks at North and Wells waiting for that answer. And when I get tired of waiting and get the feeling back in my toes, because my feet are also soaking wet, I don't have any shoes. I'm just wearing some cloth Nikes that are also soaking wet. So when I thaw out a bit and get some motivation to go walk to the laundromat, then that's what I'll do. Until then, like I said before, what the fuck is going on here? If you guys think I'm dumb or crazy or whatever you want to call me, my tooth is in your way, or you don't like looking at my tooth, or whatever the fuck your bullshit is in the comments, I ask you to reinvest your energy. I ask you to invest that same negative energy, making fun of me and running your mouth, into coming up with plausible, logistical solutions that would make sense. What would make you people happy? Does it make you happy to leave people trapped outside with no food or money? Does that make you happy? Then I think you should evaluate yourself. If that doesn't make you happy, how can we resolve these situations? Please, I'm waiting. DM is open. The comments are open. Let us know.